The chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, Justice Iso Chulu, members of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, chairperson of the Local Government Service Commission, Mr. Lulu, and members of the Local Government Service Commission. I also recognize the presence of the Secretary to the Local Government Service Commission, provincial electoral officers, district electoral officers, my colleagues, members of staff from the Electoral Commission of Zambia, and may I simply say, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Commission to welcome you to this very important briefing. It's been described as a briefing, but I think it's more of a meeting because it's a full day and it will be a very interactive session which will cover our preparations for the conduct of this year's elections, which will basically start with the inspection of the provisional voters register in about a month's time. I don't want to preempt the chairperson's remarks, but just to say, as somebody who works very closely with all of you, that I do appreciate the commitment and hard work you continue to exhibit, as was exhibited in the voter registration exercise. And I know that amongst us, we probably have new faces who have taken up roles as DEOs, and we'll look into that when we discuss our preparations. But just to remind you that we have ahead of us very few months before we get to August, and it will be months of hard work, commitment, and once the campaign starts and we get closer to the big day, a lot of pressure. So it is my hope that all of you who are present here are up to the task. And we'll look into more of those issues as we discuss our preparations. But it's going to require total commitment from each one of us, impartiality, and being prepared to bear the pressures that we will have to bear in our respective offices. But as usual, you have the full support of the Commission and my office and all the other members of staff. I'm sure you've noticed amongst the Commission staff are master trainers, some of whom will be familiar to you because you've worked with them in the past. So it just goes to show that even as you leave your respective offices in councils, if we identify you as a suitable resource person through our interactions as we have worked with you over the years, then you'll be a target to join us even after you have left the local government, the service of the local government. So in a nutshell, this morning, the program for today is going to cover our preparations for the inspection of the voters' roll. Then we'll be looking at nominations, we'll be looking at preparations for election day as well, we'll be looking at transport and logistics, the whole package of what we'll be doing to the run-up for the conduct of the elections on the 11th of August. Also bearing in mind that we'll have the additional task of conducting for the first time a referendum. So we will have a lot of new things that we'll have to assimilate. We are planning to carry out a very vigorous publicity and voter education program and campaign, which will take into account not just the elections, but the holding of the referendum. So please, may you participate fully. We'll need a lot of information from you to ensure that our logistics are up to scratch. We don't want to leave any stone unturned. We want this to be an election with a difference. Let it be the mother of all elections. Let's prove to the people of Zambia our capabilities of being able to conduct a credible election which will be acceptable to all stakeholders, irrespective of who the winners of that election will be at all levels. So once again, thank you very much, and I wish you a pleasant day and fruitful deliberations. Thank you. I think at this point, I will now call upon the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, Justice Iso Chulo, to give us his opening remarks. Chairperson.
Thanks very much, Director, and I hope that I can, address you from here. We've always said that judgments are delivered while seated. You don't see judges standing to deliver judgment, do you? No. So excuse me, I'll deliver a little speak the remarks from the chair here. Members of the Commission, the Chairperson of the Local Government Commission, the Director Electoral Commission of Zambia, Provincial Electoral Officers, District Electoral Officers, staff of the Commission, of course I recognize the members of the Local Government Commission as well, staff of the Commission, ladies and gentlemen. I'll come you to this briefing as we prepare for the 2016 11th of August general elections. It's not a tripartite election, but it's going to be a general election because, it's more than 3. I also wish to recognize the presence of the Chairperson of the Local Government Commission, seated next to me, of course. It's my pleasure to welcome you and your team to this meeting. The main objective of this meeting today, which the Director has heavily outlined already, is to share with you, as provincial electoral officers and district electoral officers, the roadmap to the 2016 general election. The Commission recognizes and appreciates the key role you play in the management and conduct of elections. I'd like to take this opportunity to commend you for the successful voter registration exercise. And I think let's give ourselves a big appreciation. The provisional figures indicate that the Commission recorded 1,695,580 new registrations during the 2015-2016 registration exercise, representing for the first time ever, I think in the history of Zambia, 99% of the target of 1.7 million new registrations. We are currently processing the data in readiness for the inspection of the provisional register of voters, scheduled for 15th to 21st of May 2016, and the eventual certification of the register of voters on the 31st of July 2016. Please be advised that the Commission will provide all other services, such as replacements of lost or defaced voters' cards and transfers during the inspection period. However, no new registrations will be allowed during this period. As you were aware, the amended Constitution was assented to on the 5th of January 2016, and the amendments to the Constitution entail a number of changes to the electoral registration and management of elections. The changes include the following: 50% plus 1 for a winning presidential candidate, thus the possibility of a rerun going for a second ballot. If we can have an outright winner, that will make work for the Commission a lot easier. And we look forward to that. Presidential candidates with vice presidents as running mates. Number of supporters for presidential candidates increased from 200 to 1,000, with each province providing 100 supporters. The increase of constituencies from current 150 to 156, and these 156 will be directly elected MPs. And the introduction of direct elections for mayors and council chairpersons. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission, as the returning officer, in the presidential election, introduction of the Constitutional Court, which will be the court of first instance and the final court of appeal for the presidential election, and then for the National Assembly, where appeals will lie from the High Court to the Constitutional Court and no longer to the Supreme Court. The nomination process can now be petitioned, which never was the case before. Introduction of the grade 12 qualification for all candidates for the 4 offices, which has been a hot issue. And I hope it can be brought to rest as soon as the Constitutional Court deliberates on that, gives the interpretation as to what constitutes grade 4 or its equivalent. All these changes present challenges to the Commission which must be addressed and implemented for the efficient conduct of elections. Therefore, it is imperative for each one of us to pay particular attention to these changes, as they are important aspects of the electoral process. As you may all know, activities in the preparation for the general elections are already in full swing. And you might also be aware that the Commission has already published the election timetable in the print media. Accordingly, political party campaigns will commence on the 16th of May 2016 after the dissolution of Parliament. Campaigns will end on the 10th of August at 18 hours. That will be on the eve of the court day. Details of the timetable will be available to you in due course. And I wish to draw your attention to the nomination process. At the presidential level, the pre-processing of